Now, hello, my people. Welcome. In this occasion, I am going to be talking about the Guillotine Gauntlet. That is a new tournament that we are going to be broadcasting here in Harlow Twitch next week. So it's going to be next week being June 8th. So the tournament is called the Guillotine Gauntlet, as you can see right now, right there. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me here on Twitch. So, what is the Guillotine Gauntlet? Well, the Guillotine Gauntlet is a tournament that is brought to you by a new organization that is called WRLD, or World Risk League on Demand. It's something else that is upcoming, and it's a really nice opportunity to keep growing the game. So this game was brought to you by from the mind of It's All Risky Business, or you might know him for his name, his in-game name as Loma Slugjaw, and also from Plasma Field that he has been executing this tournament and helping out in everything that he has been able to. Now, when this tournament is going to be happening? Well, this tournament is going to be broadcasted fully here. It's going to be all day. It's going to be a tournament where all the games, everything is going to be broadcasted in this Twitch channel next week. And all the games are going to be happening on that day, which means that all different games, and we're going to go over the games a little bit later on today, all the games, everything, including the qualifiers and the finals, everything is going to be happening on that day. So it's going to be like a marathon where we are so excited to be bringing that up to you. So again, let me remind you all, it's going to be next week on this Twitch channel, and it's going to be all day. So you're going to be able to tune in different times throughout the day. You're going to be able to see the different games, and that includes the finals. So that means, guys, that you don't have to be waiting different weeks for this tournament to be completed. That day, we're going to be able to see most of the games, and we are also going to be able to know our our inaugural champion for this Guillotine Gauntlet tournament. Now, broadcasters. So we're gonna have a few people that are gonna be helping us with the broadcasting. Of course, it's gonna be my channel, so I will be helping you guys with the broadcast. So you're gonna be having me, Harlow Risk, or Harlow the Hawk, broadcasting as well. As you can see, that is my face and that is my avatar. Besides me, I'm gonna be counting with Paul M. Robertson. You have played with him. He is an awesome player, and he has a really good really good mind for risk analysis. Additionally, besides Paul Robertson, we also have the one and only the Apes Flying Poo, as you can see right there. Besides Ape, we're also going to be joined by the All Consuming. He is. We already did a few practice broadcasts with them, and it was such a nice and amazing dynamic. And it's super nice to have other people with you that they know this game so much that they're going to be able not to only bring perspective into what's going on, but they are also going to be able to bring some depth. If you want to understand what would be the best analysis, the best strategies, or just overall the situation of each player, these people, these persons, they are really great at helping me analyzing this game, and it was such an amazing experience that I am so looking forward to share the screens with them now, because it's gonna be a lot of games, and I'm gonna get into that fairly soon. You're gonna be you're gonna be hearing from us in different stages. There is gonna be a moment where I might be taking a break, which means that probably it's gonna be one or two or three of them. They're gonna be talking while I am like maybe taking a break or doing something else, and the same, that kind of sort. So it's gonna be a different dynamic where we're gonna have now. The field is gonna be somewhat of a sports centers vibe, which means that we're gonna have four games that they're gonna be happening around the same time. They're gonna be starting in different stalemates, which means that we're gonna have one game starting first. Then after a certain amount of time, another game is gonna be starting. Then another game, and then another game. So we're gonna have four games happening at the same times. And while those games are happening, we're gonna be jumping in between different games. I'm gonna go there in a second. But right now, I just want to let you know, because in case you see that you tune in and you see one of these awesome guys talking to you and you don't see me, that doesn't mean that I'm out. That means that maybe I'm taking a break or something. But these people, they're so awesome in their knowledge of the game that it's going to be entertaining. It doesn't matter at what time you tune in or not. Now, moving on to the players, and this is for you. Sorry, Stir, Fiag, West, the Great. That is a long name. I'm a Hispanic, so I'm struggling with your name. So, so the players who are gonna be playing. So, people, this is an invitational tournament, which means that with this is the first of its kind, and it was invitational just to ensure that we have a control number of players, some players that are gonna be able to move on the game. Now, that doesn't mean that this is gonna be it. There are gonna be future tournaments in the future, and for those tournaments, we're gonna have more players, and this is gonna be a different dynamic. But for this one, we only have these players. These are the players that are gonna be participating, and again, it's an invitational, so that is why most of you maybe didn't hear about this. But it's an invitational. These players were approached and they accepted to play on this tournament. So who do we have? So yes, we do have Pete is gonna be playing with us from the Kill Pete strategy. We have Saber 555. We have the Black Rain, Bart. We have Trunk. We have Ace. Additionally, we have Lina Kitty, Sir Tyler, Arco. We have Pearly Burns. We have Blazon, Seroki. Who else do we have? We have Kilted. His name is on, Kilted, Arco Pete. You know, right now you are probably hitting a lot of the bosses, a lot of the names. But yeah, you have Kilted, you have Braidomite, Jaxwile, Felice, Allen's Great Steel, the Red Apple one. And also we had Spitster, Noob 2.0, Kubli, we have the Cosmic Cowboy, I Am Mamba, and Sterling Fortune. So these are a lot of really, really, really good players. Just by the names, most of them, you know them because most of them are streamers and they're doing their own thing. But there is a lot of good players here that they may not stream, but they are great on their own. So this is gonna just by the names that I'm saying right now, and maybe I'm being a little bit over enthusiastic right now, but this tournament it promises to have a lot of fireworks, and by that it means that with the levels of player that we have in here, you're supposed to see top-notch strategy going on at any given time, and that is so awesome about this tournament that we have this kind of level of players. There is other players. If you weren't invited, that doesn't mean that you're not a top player. There is a lot of awesome players that are not on this list right now. It means that this is the people that they approach and they accepted. And I don't know what was the criteria, but this is the people that are here right now. So if you're not here, that doesn't mean absolutely anything. That doesn't say anything about you. There is a lot of awesome players that can come to my mind right now that they're not here. This is just the people that they accepted that were approached for this tournament, for this very first edition, and hopefully we can kickstart this one in a big way, and we can have bigger, better tournaments in the future. So I don't want anybody to feel offended or feel excluded. Don't you worry about it. There are gonna be more tournaments. This is just the very first one, and this is the people that they were approached. And I am super excited about the people that are gonna be here. So now that we talk about the awesome players that are gonna be joining us, let's talk about the gameplay. So what makes this tournament different? That is a bigger question, right? Because there is a lot of tournaments that are happening. There is a lot of tournaments that are happening. There is a lot of things that are going on, and you might be thinking, yeah, but why do I want to see this tournament? So there is a different dynamic to it, and that is super super interesting. I kind of already went over over the players, so you already saw who is going to be there. Now, what's new? Well, you're gonna have the players are gonna be randomly sorted into what we're calling tables. So you have four tables. In each table or group, there are gonna be six players. Now, the players they're gonna be randomly assorted into BC channels on the Plasma Field server. If you are not in that server, go ahead. It's my favorite server so far. I love it. It's really good to get games, and it's really good to have like fun in a day-to-day basis. So in the Plasma Field server, they're gonna all of these players they're gonna be assigned into BCs. So you're gonna have BCs channels for each one of these, not each one, sorry. You're gonna have BC channels, and the players are gonna be sorted randomly into BC channels, which means that they're gonna be there. They're gonna be there. They're gonna be together. Now, what do they do? That's up to them. Do they want to collaborate? They can do it. Do they want just to silently share some space? They can do that too. Do they want to sacrifice for each other? They can do whatever they want or do nothing at all. That is up to them. Now, the fact that they are in those busy channels, they can use that to their advantage or not at all. Now, please bear in mind that even though they are together in the busy channel, that doesn't mean that they're a team. That doesn't mean that they're a group. That doesn't mean that this is a team tournament. They can use that to their advantage however they want to do. So that is up to them how they decide to follow this. Because at the end, even though we have these many amazing players, there's gonna be only one winner. So you have that. So what's fun about this? Well, as time progresses, right, all of these players in each of these tables, they're gonna be sorted into these BC channels. So after an X amount of time, then they're gonna be shuffled. So that means that they randomly are gonna be assigned into different basic channels, which means that you have to be careful how do you address that, because that means now that that other player that you share that basic channel with, he knows a lot of information about you. So you need to ensure that that person doesn't know that much about you, so he cannot kill you. So it's just a matter of how do you devise your strategy, and that is what's gonna keep happening until the game ends. That is the biggest nuance about this tournament. You need to you there is some kind of team element in there, but there is no official team. So you decide how do you want to approach that. You want to team up with somebody? How about it? Do you want to help somebody out? Sure, by all means. Do you want to do nothing and just play solo? Up to you. That is going to be up to each one of these players to decide how they want to get this game going, how they want to progress the game, how they want things to move along. Now there is alliances in most of these games, but there is also fog of war, which means that they are not gonna be able to see all of the map at once. So alliances could be a key important thing for people to progress the game. So again, sorry, how that's gonna happen, we don't know yet. We have to wait until next week to see how people approach us. In the practice game, a lot of things have happened. People have teamed up. People have decided to just be on their own. It all depends on what's going on. Now, what's going to happen is, again, we're going to have four tables, and the players are going to be randomly sorted. And as time progresses, we're going to be seeing different scenarios. And as people just being shuffled into each of the tables, it depends on what they want to do. But the games are going to keep going until we have only one player on each table or each group. So that means that we're going to have only four winners, one for each one of these tables. So now I know what you're guessing. You might be saying like, "Hey, if we're only gonna have one winner, how do we make sure that the game progresses?" Well, the way that we make that the game progresses is that there are gonna be two wild cards, which means that the players with the most kills, they're gonna be able to move on to the next round. So winning your tournament is not the only way to actually, sorry, winning your table is not the only way for you to move on to the finals. If you have the most kills in the turn in if you have the most kills, then that means that you might be able to move on to the next round, you see. So that is a nuance for everything. That is something to look for all of that, people. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me on chat. Now, what is so fun about this tournament, people? We we're gonna have most of these players. They're gonna be sharing their screens. So in this channel, we're gonna be able to jump. We're gonna be able to see all of these games. Let me go back. Sorry, we're going to be able to see the action in all of these games as they happen, which means that we are going to be able to bring you like the action of all of these tables, which means that let's say that one of these groups, the game stalemates, we can always go to a group where there is more action, and we're going to be able to jump into the stream of different players. So we're going to have different players from each one of these tables that they're going to be sharing their screen. So we're going to be able to see what's going on in each one of these games. So that means that we're not only going to be seeing one player and that is the only perspective, and then everything else is just fog of war. We're going to be jumping through the different screens, and we're going to be analyzing how everything is going for each one of these players. So that is like the different thing that we're going to be seeing in this tournament. Yes, you are going to be seeing everything through this YouTube channel, Harlow Twitch, but also Harlow Twitch, Harlow Risk on Twitch. My bad. But you are also going to be able to watch what's happening in all of these games. So we're not going to be only watching one game. We're not going to be we're not going to be just still in one game. We're going to be going through the different games, and something fun too, not all the settings are the same. So each one of these tables are going to be playing different settings, which means that they're going to be in different maps. So that means that the dynamics are different. And the settings, they're going to be revealed to them like the day before. So there is no way for them to actually prepare. That is why it's so important of the quality of players that we have. These are players that we know. and everybody that knows the game and that is and they're really involved in this community, you know by the name of these players that anything that you throw at them, they're going to be able to overcome that. And that is why this invitational is so important. The players that we have right here, we know for a fact that it doesn't matter what you throw at them, they're going to be able to overcome that, and they're going to be able to do the best out of their circumstances. So that is why it's so interesting, and that what is so appealing about this tournament. You have all of these players that they're gonna have challenge, over challenge, and they have to overcome all of that until you have only one winner per table plus the two wild cards. And that is gonna be our finals. As I said before, people, everything is gonna happen next Saturday. Everything is gonna happen on that day. Now, before the game, we have a few players. We have Mr. Evolve, and that he is gonna be doing a pre-game show. And in that pre-game show, guys, he's gonna be going over the odds. This is kind of like Sports Center, people. This is kind of like sports. Whenever you see like a finals or playoff game, you have a lot of people talking to you about the odds of this player, who their favorites are. You're gonna have that show too. We're gonna be going over the pre-show with Mr. Evolve, and I don't remember who else was, but definitely it's gonna be Mr. Evolve, and he's gonna be doing that on his YouTube channel, and I will be sharing his YouTube channel. Well, sorry, I have it already. Let me open that up fairly quick because I do want you to see that, at least to check his YouTube channel, right? So go to Mr. Evolve in YouTube. See, this is Mr. Evolve. So go to Mr. Evolve on YouTube, and you are going to be able to go over the whole statistics and all of that that he's going to be going over. In this channel, we're mostly going to be talking about the game and all of that, but he's going to go into deep, in depth, into the different things about the tournament, the favorites, and doing an analysis of each one of these players. So you're going to have a pre-game show, folks, and we're also going to be going over that in here. There is a good chance that they're going to be recording the game beforehand. That they're going to be uploading that into their YouTube channel, which means that with their permission, I'm going to be watching that pregame show here, and we're going to be able to go over that and whatever their analysis is. We're going to be able to talk about that pregame show as well. So again, this is a whole production that we are so excited to bring you on. Now, having talked about that, now what's important? Well, the prizes, people, the prizes. So for the winner. This is what I have been saying so far. There's only gonna be one winner. So for the winner, the prize is gonna be $800. Now you see that asterisk right there. That asterisk is because that's the price. That is the price spot right now. Right now, the team is working to get more sponsors and to get more people, which means that the price might be going up in the future. Right now, it is set at $800. Sorry, let me open this. I closed this by mistake. So the price is by at $800 right now. Now, in the finals, only in the finals, if there's a stalemate, of course, we don't want stalemates, right? Uh, we don't want stalemate. The stalemates are not that great, right, people? So in the finals, let's say that we reach the 45-minute mark and nothing has happened. Like they're still just turtling and nobody wants to do anything. Well, let's throw a wrench to everybody's turtling plans because in the finals, only in the final table, the first person to kill, to get a kill, to get a bounty, the first person to finish somebody off is gonna get an automatic prize of $100. Just that. Just go hit somebody, break something, move fast, break things. You get $100 just to get that first kill. So that is how these people. This is how Lomas Lockjaw, or It's All Risky Business, and Plasma, they are trying to make sure that things move along, that people keep moving. Uh, sorry. So this is how they're making sure that the game progresses after 45 minutes. If you're tired of the game or if you know all of the positions of a player, just go for it and you get $100 assured. Is it good? Is it bad? That is up to the players to decide what they want to do, because remember, there is only one winner for the $800. But if you don't like your position and you can go for a kill, you can assure yourself a $100 bonus. So I think that is good enough. There might be the ends of some friendships, but we're looking for some action, and hopefully nobody gets offended or nobody gets hurt emotionally as the game progresses. So that it's it, people. That is all I wanted to talk to you all. Let me remind you all that the game is going to be broadcasted. All of the game, all the games, everything from the four table games and and the finals. All of that is going to be broadcasted here in Harlow Risk, here at Twitch. All of that is going to be happening here, and all of that is is going to be happening on June 8th, 2024. That is going to be happening next Saturday. So I hope to see you all there. Do you guys have any questions? Feel free to reach me out. Feel free to send me a message. Let me open Twitch. Feel free to ask any questions. Sorry, what's up, Open? No, yeah, the idea is to move things along. There is only gonna be one player, so of course nobody has an incentive. Nobody has an incentive um to actually do anything, because if you do a bad move, then that means that you can lose out. You can just, if you do a bad move, you lose on the $800. But now you have something to look forward to, because you can either try to play to win, which is totally fair, or you can look to go for the bounty. So that means that you can have like those two things. Again, Leon, I said there is nothing. This is nothing personal with anybody. I don't know what was the criteria to invite people, because I wasn't involved in that. I do know there is a lot of awesome players, you included, Open included. There is a lot of awesome players out there that they are not in the tournament. So I don't know what was the criteria, but again, there is nothing to be. That's why I want to highlight that so much, because I know there is a lot of awesome players that are not in this tournament right now, and that doesn't mean absolutely anything. I don't know the criteria, but I do know that the idea was to get some different players. And again, we only have 28 people that are going to be playing here, so there is only so much people that you can invite. But that doesn't mean absolutely anything. Top saber scores? I don't know. I haven't seen the saber scores for a while, so I have no idea about that. I really don't know, but we could look into that. If they are in the top 28, then I have no idea that that's how it was. Sorry. But that is gonna be the tournament. This is gonna be happening again. Everything is gonna be happening next week. So we're gonna see how the game develops. We're gonna see how the game progresses, and we're gonna know our champion. All of that is gonna be happening next week. Kubli is not in the top 500. Yeah, but remember, I don't know where he is. I know. I haven't seen him like that much active, but I know that Kubli is one heck of a player. I have played with him probably a few years back, because I haven't seen him lately, but I have played with Kubli, and he is one heck of a player. I remember. I don't know when I play him, if I was still up and coming, and I was still trying to get to that sweet spot of knowing how to play the game. But I do know that I couldn't beat him, and I played with him like a few times. So I do know that he is a heck of a player. But I don't know. I haven't seen the saber. I should keep in touch with the saber. Sorry. I should keep in touch with the sabers ranks, but definitely these are the players that they decided to go with. And again, it's a new dynamics, it's a new nuance to the game, and that is what I like, and that is what I like about all these tournaments that are upcoming. People are finding ways to not just make one FFA game or one 2v2. People are looking for ways to add some nuance to the game, that it kind of brings another dimension of complexity. And that is kind of what I love about what a lot of people are doing. Of course, in this case, we're talking about Loma and we're talking about Plasma, that they're doing a great job with this tournament. And of course, with the also with the Hangman, with the Top Hat tournament that is upcoming too. They're finding for nice ways to get this tournament to add nuances to the game, just to level the playing field a little bit, or just to add some kind of different strategy to it. Because 2v2 games, like normal tag games, then if you have a great tag partner, it's gonna be fairly easy for you to win. Trust me, I won a game just riding Arco just carried me all the way to the finish line. So it oh that I don't know. That I don't know. But that is what I like about this. And I will be talking about this again on Tuesday, and again on my stream on Friday, because I want as much people to get into this. I want as much people to. What do you mean? You mean the big map that they won in like in less than a minute? I did saw that, and it was amazing. I don't have that coordination at all. So hopefully you guys, I will see most of you next week. I am super excited about seeing you all next week as we go. Again, everything's gonna happen in the whole day, and we're gonna have an awesome team of broadcaster. I already we did already some practice games with Ape and with the all consuming and with oh boy, hopefully this cough is gone by next week. So we did some practice games with all of these people, and it was so fun. Like I have I had such a great time just talking with Abe, just having fun. He making fun of me, I making fun of him. Paul also did a great job, and the all consuming. Like again, you can entertain as much as you can, but then whenever you have a lot of people that they have this deep knowledge about the game and they can bring all of that into an analysis, that is delightful because at the end we are all learning, and what I love about this is that everybody has their own way to approach this kind of game. So again, and I don't want to keep beating around the bush, I want to see you all next week. It's going to be all game on Saturdays, so you can just jump in, jump out as the game go. I hopefully all of you stay there and we're going to be able to see it. Of course, the other streamers, they might be broadcasting their games and you're going to be able to see their whatever they're thinking, but in here you're going to be able to see all of the games. We're going to be able to jump through the different. Oh boy. Oh, sorry. So in here, you're gonna be able to see snips of the different games. And of course, if a game is stalemating, which it could happen, because again, not everything is perfect and not everything is ideal. But if the game stalemates, we're still gonna find a way to show you the action of whatever of the other games. We're gonna have people because of course we're only gonna be watching what we have in front of us. But there's gonna be other people that are gonna be watching, like monitoring the games, and they're gonna let us know whenever it's like something big is about to happen or whenever something happens. They're gonna let us know so we can jump to that game and we're gonna be able to see what's going on. So that is the idea. The idea is for you guys to see, to be informed and to see what's gonna happen in each one of these four tables. And of course, we're gonna be analyzing, or we're gonna be seeing everything that is happening throughout the game. Where you can find info about this, you can go to Plasma Field server. You have, let me see, let me see. I know it's in the Plasma Field server. Let me see if it's in announcements. So I know they did talk about that in the announcements. I know Plasma just sent a message about that for the Mr. Evolve video that he did on his YouTube channel. So you can go there, and I know. Let me see. I'm checking that right now. Where is it? Yeah, you can go to the. Okay, here. Yeah, here. Okay, yeah, you can go to Plasma Field. Let me get this, and I'll try to. Come on, how do I share this? I want to share this. Oh, here. Let me copy this into, and you can go here. Okay, here you have the address for. It's Discord. It's on Discord, in the Plasma Field server on Discord. You can click there. You're gonna be able to go to the announcements of the Guillotine Gauntlet, and also Mr. Evolve. I'll drop right now the video from his YouTube channel, and you can go there and see it. He's gonna be uploading the game. He's probably gonna be uploading the video beforehand, before the day, because that will be good for all of you to get. Yeah. so so you're gonna be able to see a lot about this kind of, you're gonna be able to see all of that. The idea is for you guys to know more about the tournament as we go. We're gonna go over the video that day, and I think Mr. Evolve is all right with us showing his video on the YouTube channel, so we have his permission. If he wants to jump with me on the stream, I'm gonna be more than happy to have him there. And that way we can talk about we can go about the different levels of understanding that he's going to be going over, because I do statistical analysis, I'll do all of that, but I'll usually do that on my work. I don't do that on stream of risk. So you have these people that they are analyzing this game to levels that I'm not even considering. So I am amazed by the talent that this community has and by how a lot of these guys are using that talent to how most of these guys are using their talent to keep helping move the game into different levels, and that is so awesome from Mr. Evolve. And yeah, that is it. I was just waiting for Plasma. He hasn't replied to me yet, so hopefully that is right this time. Again, if you have any questions about the tournament, anything else that you would like to have, maybe during that pre-show, during that pre-show time, we can just go over any kind of questions that you may have. There is some stuff that I'm not gonna be able to tell you because that is gonna be a surprise for everybody, including the players. So there is a lot of information that the players don't know. They know that they are in the tournament. They know how the tournament dynamics are gonna work, and they know about the sorry, they know about the prices, of course. But there is a lot of information. There is a lot of stuff that they don't know, and that includes the settings of the tournament. There is stuff that I don't know because I want to I want to also keep that sense of awness and be surprised as well as Dave. So there is a lot of information that they don't know, and we're gonna be finding out that as it comes. And of course, they're gonna give me more information, so we are able to relay that to you all. So hopefully with that you guys get to experience a little bit better the whole Guillotine Gauntlet tournament. And again, we're going to be talking a lot about it this week. We want to see you all next Saturday, and we are so excited, so excited about this. Now I am going to finish the record.